Well, the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life has happened. I'm tempted to tell you now before the opening credits, but it's the kind of news you don't want to rush, the kind of news you want to savor and let simmer, share with a smile and relish in just how long you've been waiting to say it. All that coming at you on this week's episode of A Sleep-Deprived Matt Weber on the Lens. Oh, and we've returned. I'm Matt Weber, although some friends and coworkers have recently been referring to me as Father Matt. Now, if you're new to the show, you may be wondering if I was just ordained, which would be an incorrect guess and very odd, especially with what I'm about to tell you. If you have watched the show for the past 2 years, and if so, thank you, you will know that last week's show was a rerun. And the previous show before that was one themed around waiting, not just in Lent, but for me, waiting for the birth of my child, as my wife was 9 months pregnant at the time of that recording. And now, if you've also watched the show, you know that my wife and I were dealing with many years of infertility. We suffered several miscarriages, and we're anxiously, nervously awaiting the birth of this child. More than wanting or expecting, we were yearning for our child. And sure enough, 9 days before the due date, we welcomed to the world the most beautiful, sweetest, 6-pound, 15-ounce darling little girl we named Rose McKinnon Weber. Immediately, she became the apple of our eye, light of our life. And suddenly, like that, I was a father. Diapers, sleeplessness aside, in my 3 weeks of parenthood, I have learned not just a lot about parenting, but it has been like this new understanding has been activated. Old stories found new meaning. I seem to understand more about just what a sacrifice it was for God to send his only son to earth. Abraham and Isaac, Mary losing Jesus. These stories, they run deeper for me now. I understand them better. The love, the sacrifice, the bond between parent and child. And with it comes the proliferation of love through story. For me today, it is in sharing that my child Rose is born. And her story is just beginning. For her, but also for me. Welcome to Matt Weber 2.0. No longer just son, but now father. I wouldn't want it any other way. We'll be right back.